Hi, it's Craig Metrowich from VideoCelebrityNews.com, and today we are excited to be sharing with you a young man, okay, who is single, wild and free. No, you're not single, eh?
No.
He's taken. Sorry, ladies. He's taken. On a serious note, we had a Facebook Live interview just now, so please go and watch that. It's at facebook.com/Metrowich, METROWICH. And this part is the in-depth interview, because obviously with live we don't get the high quality that we want. Mitch, tell us about you. You're a young guy, you're 24 years old.
Yeah, 24, whole 24, man.
Whole 24. How's that feel?
A whole 24.
Okay.
It's gone quick, I'm not gonna lie, it's gone quick.
Okay, I'm a whole turning 52 next month. I'll tell you, that's also rocketed. Part of our interview, I just want to show you where we're at. We're at Cape Town. Let's walk around here. I want to show you what has happened here in the background. Can you check at this, huh? We had a massive storm here recently.
Sure.
I mean, if you think it didn't have an impact.
It did.
I mean, look at the canal behind us, eh? Pretty amazing. Let's go back that way.
Some seaweed there, man.
You'll see the waves in the background as well. We've got some big surf happening here. It's beautiful, eh? Absolutely phenomenal day here in Cape Town.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get into the interview. Mitch, you're a superstar water sports guy. You've won competitions. Let's go to the intro about some of your success.
All right.
And tell us, what are you a champion?
All right. Well, I mean, I started at a young age on motocross, actually. Second Western Province on PB80s and right up to 85cc. And after that, I started windsurfing. And obviously, it takes a little bit of time to get into that. It's not as quick as
I mean, technically, that's why a lot of people who are watching this, they'll go, heck, I've tried that on the med, and I tried it once. I got there, but I couldn't get back.
It's always easy one way, and you got to turn and you got to come back the other.
And what's your discipline? Okay, so what have you focused in sports-wise?
Okay, all right. Okay, so my main focus is racing. So I compete nationally and internationally on the racing scene. Look, I do dabble. You got to have a bit of free time as well. So I love wave sailing. It's very just inwardly it's nice.
Yeah, you get to express yourself differently.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, racing's my main discipline. I've competed. Where else did I start?
How fast have you been, by the way?
How fast? Okay, well that's a difficult one to say. Okay, so we're averaging normal conditions, normal wind strength. We're getting about 35 knots. But now we travel up a little bit. A few hours. We head towards Lüderitz, which is in Namibia. And speeds accessing 85 to 100 k's an hour. Listen, that's average speed as well, eh? That's not peak speed.
That's
averaging 85 to 100 kilometers an hour.
because if you do, I've done water skiing, and you know that anything above like 50 k's an hour, the water becomes like concrete.
It's definitely concrete. You skip. If you wipe out, you bounce like a pebble on the ocean.
And let's go to I want to link this to the business appeal versus just sport, right?
All right.
Me being a business coach and an inspirational speaker, you can go look at my stuff at URPOWERFUL.com and CraigMetrowich.com. I want to link now, for example, what is the skill that you have that has made you a champion in your discipline? Don't say nothing. This is your time to share one or two.
All right, look, definitely you got to stay focused the whole time. You always got to stay focused on your goal, focus on what you want to achieve, and it's drive and determination. Never give up. Keep focusing on it, keep going at it. Because I mean, sometimes if you lose focus on it, you lose sight, that's when you stumble, that's when you fall. You got to keep that pressure on,
Business is very similar. What I found is when I've hit a speed wobble, the way I come back and I fight back is exactly this. Have the skill to go, look, let's review what skills we've got. Maybe communication skills, yes. Writing skills, yes. Most of us have been very blessed, by the way. In Cape Town, South Africa, and South Africa in general, we've had the privilege of some type of education.
Yeah, true.
So those skills help you in sport, but they also help you in business.
They do indeed. They teach you a lot about discipline, especially diarizing. That's one thing. You got to know what's happening.
In actual fact, the management of being competitive. Being competitive.
Sure. That's right. It takes a lot of that. It takes a lot of focus to be that.
Attitude. What type of attitude has a winner got? I mean, you've won competitions, right? In the discipline of slalom and speed.
Look,
what is your attitude?
It's difficult to say because it's almost like you've got to have two modes. You're going to have that friendly personality to deal with people. And at the same time, you got to have that race mode, which is focused, which is clean, it's clinical sometimes. But you still got to be able to switch between the two and not just focus straight on the clean cut killer focus of vibe.
Well, something, you nailed it as well when it comes to, let's go sales teams and sales coaching, which I've done many workshops over the last 13 years as a professional.
Okay.
And what's fascinating is this, when I meet the superstars in their field, you'll see that they're very likable, they're friendly, but don't be mistaken for their seriousness. And I'm very similar, right?
No, of course.
I'm
Once you're on
very
it.
upbeat and happy and I'm joyful. But heck, you know, when I come to invoicing, don't mess me around on payment. Oh, seriously.
That's true.
Yes or no?
That's true.
I mean, and that's the entrepreneurship coming through, as well as being that friendly, caring person, which we are.
Look, you got to have both.
That's it.
You got to have both.
Spot on.
You got to have both.
The next thing I'd like to ask you is, so what is the purpose for you to want to win? Like, what does it do for you? Like Craig, I'll tell you why I like winning. I've done some schooling, and because I'm a champion, when I run a school, people will listen. I don't know what the answer is. Give me an idea.
Look, for sure it counts. It's definitely not to go and throw it in their faces the whole time, but there's a certain sort of authority that comes from that. And you can speak from that with a good heart and a good attitude, and guys listen to you. And it makes teaching and coaching that much easier, that much better.
You know, in business it's very similar, and I encourage everybody to do this. You must do a proper due diligence on the person's, not just their credit worthiness now, but how long have they been in the game. So Mitch, the one thing I hate is these things called rah-rahs. You can do it. I hate that. Yeah, the la-la thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless it's a superstar team and we're celebrating, then I'll come and do your rah-rah workshop with pleasure. But in general, I like to come back to a client on a monthly basis. I've had some clients for over 10 years, and I go back to them on a regular basis. Why? Because if it was so easy, anybody could wake up and be a sales superstar, a champion. It takes that consistent, non-stop drive. So the purpose is to give.
True.
I mean, do you enjoy that as well? Like, I know you ran schools and taught a lot of kids on how to do your sport called windsurfing and slalom. Do you enjoy that?
I love doing it. I love doing it. It's so
Me
rewarding.
too. I love the giving side. I mean, I want to be abundantly wealthy on the record again. Third time's better. Yes, please. But seriously, and people can measure me on that and hold me to it, because I want to give back abundantly. Call out to childhood cancer, CHOC. I've been involved with CHOC for quite a few years, and they'll thank me for doing an event, and I'm always humbled because guess what? I want to thank them. They've inspired me because I see how the kids have fought. I see how some kids have made it and not made it. But they've given me a purpose to want to bounce back and be successful, financially be successful, so I can also give back.
True.
So here's my share with you, okay? And I am a father, so if I sound like a dad now, forgive me, I am a dad. Yeah, thanks, Pop. Other pops. Is the lesson in life is to find something you really enjoy. Like, look at this guy. Hang on, let's just check this guy. Look at this. He's on the beach, right? Impromptu. How's it? And he looks completely de-stressed. He's on the beach.
He's loving life.
He's loving life. Let's go a little bit more. Let's get him back into the frame here, right?
He's in there.
He's loving life. Okay. He's hoping to find some treasure. So my message to you, as I said, as almost like a father figure, mentor and coach, is find passion in what you do the rest of your life. The money will come eventually when you find your passion. And that happens when people see you giving. Then they'll reward you as well in different ways. Right, next question. We're heading towards the end of the interview, but I want to highlight some other points for our viewers.
Okay.
If you go, I'll highlight, the challenge is to be a winner. Okay. The skills we said is drive, can do, never surrender, communication, discipline. There's a whole lot of skills you need. The attitude, without a doubt, I've seen with you, is just never ever give up. And if you fall, just get up again and again.
Keep going.
When I talk about purpose, I've shared that with you. The purpose is to win, but win not to be arrogant. Win to be confident, and then to give back. And then I said, the next part is, what is then the X factor that gets us to lose? Because remember, if we only talk about winning, it's a rah-rah. If we're adding some of the losing side of life, it's called reality. So I'll give you one of mine. My X factor is urgency and speed. However, that can also be my Achilles heel. Because sometimes I go into it with too much enthusiasm, too much energy, and that can backfire on me, because I see the best in people, and I might not realize that not everybody's as trustworthy as I am. In fact, I've learned that in business. What would you say? Craig, one of the things I battle with, because there are people watching this, they want to hear the reality of what's the tough side. Question, what's the tough side of being a champion?
What's the tough side of being, is, for me, it's sometimes that temper side of things. it does come out, and it's knowing how to deal with it.
Controlling the temperament
That's
and
true.
the temper, the high energy.
The high energy.
Yeah, I
You know,
get
it's
it.
been able to sort of know when and where to vent and squash
Yes,
that,
yes.
because it's ugly if it comes out in the wrong way.
You know,
I've learned the
that-
hard way, and I've shouted a few times, and I've gone on, and you know what? When you're dealing with people, you can't do that, especially if you're a business owner. You can't shout and scream at them. Customer is king. You have to learn to keep your cool. Otherwise, you know what? They're just going to walk away. And
And
you're
you
going
know,
to be
that's,
unhappy.
that is such a
upset.
beautiful Achilles heel to have, and you recognize it because you're right. In business as well, I find is I'm very high energy.
Yeah.
I sometimes got to literally like say, Craig, you know, calm down.
Yeah.
Woosah.
Turn that switchy down
Turn
a
the
bit.
switch down a bit and listen. Eh?
It's
Have
important.
you
to
learned that,
listen.
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been my toughest lesson in life,
To listen.
to listen.
Yeah.
Mitch, we're going to summarize and conclude now.
Cool.
Anything to add to the audience is to inspire us. What have you learned as a young entrepreneur, a champion sports guy in the discipline of windsurfing, slalom and speed? Anything you want to inspire us is like, Craig, this is what I've learned in life at young 24 years old. Is there something that's in your mind that you want to leave behind?
Look, for me, there's no doubt that there is going to be ups and downs. Like, I'm ready. I know it's going to happen. I just want to be ready to be able to deal with it for when that time comes. And you know, it's important to have other people around you to support you as well. Have your mentors, have people that you do look up to. You know, and it also helps you to pass that on at the same time.
So, you
dealing
know,
with those situations.
in other words, as you've identified, bringing it back to the business side, is it's all teamwork.
That's correct. Yeah.
I mean, like the interview
is.
today,
It is.
couldn't happen if you didn't say yes. No, seriously, couldn't happen if we couldn't be at this venue.
Yep.
Couldn't happen if we didn't have people watching online. Couldn't happen if I didn't have customers supporting me.
Yeah.
And couldn't happen if I didn't have great friends and good partners.
Indeed.
So it's a complete life.
Yeah, it's a
Life
full on
is a
circle of life.
full-on
kind of
team effort.
vibe. It is. It is a team effort.
All right, that's what I want to wrap up on. This is Mitch Wagstaff, superstar champion, windsurfer, speed racer, water sport guy, and entrepreneur. He's got a great little graphics business as well. It's called Bay Graphics.
Bay
How do you say it?
man.
With the
Bay
X on the end, eh?
Graphics.
Yeah.
Graphics with an X,
X on
guys.
the end. And you can look at us all up. You can Google everything today, as you know.
Yep.
But this is for videocelebritynews.com. My name is Craig Metrowich. Share the light. Share the love. Love you all. Take care.